Hello, good people. Hello, friends. My name is Maze, and welcome to Money Moments this Thursday. Sorry, we are late. It's too late. This is so late. I apologize. Welcome to Money Moments. Let's see who's going to join us today. Today, you tell us who you are, where you're joining us from, and what your business is. All the way from Kasangati, Sam Chirabo, Nyakato Antoinette. Welcome, friends. Sorry for the late start, but I'm here, ready to go. Just let us know where you're joining us from and what your business is. Tina Namazi, hello. Florence Babirie, hello. Alan Nambi Amoko, hello. Diana Malemo, Maria Mwebaza, Ben Mukasa, Jotham Tumwebaze, Charity Kamsime Asimwe Kajambo. Please let us know what your business is. This is Money Moments, and so we talk about our businesses. Today I have a different background because I'm catching Money Moments from a different space than I usually do. So don't get here and you think, is this the wrong place? This is the right place. This is the right place. Judith Nshuti, welcome. From Banda, Juniper Cleaning Services. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Tell us about your business. Lamek from Thika. Yeah, good to see you. Florence Rengaba, welcome. Karule Area, Uganda. Hey, let us know where you're watching us from and what your business is. Let us know where you're watching us from and what your business is. We are champions of business. We believe in your business. We want to do everything we can to promote your business. Tina Namazi, Papa Beauty UG. Awesome. Good to see that business up and running now. Business process and financial management consultant is Alex Okelo. What's your farm called? You need to give it a name. Dora Egunya, good to see you. The Share House, of course. The Share House, the best share. Is it shea butter? Products anywhere on the globe. Yeah. Lamek runs a grocery store and do farming. Lamek, good to see you. Let us know what your grocery store is called so that when we know anyone who is from Thika, we tell them this is the grocery store to go to. Onyaito Doke is watching in the jam. Onyaito Doke is a lawyer, IT consultant, business person, and philosopher. I think you are more of a philosopher than you will agree. Jotham Tumwebaza, Jothado Safaris, Tours and Travel Business. Yes, that's about to take off as the airspace is open. Agape Electricals, of course, in Ntinda, and electronics. Yeah. Gigi Gladys Murunji, welcome. Agatha Babi, the perfect makeup ginger. I've seen that online. I've seen that on Facebook. The perfect makeup. You guys are awesome. Awesome. You can make a gonya look like yeah, that one. Yeah. Who else is here? Kalisa Ronald, MedAid Pharmaceuticals, welcome. Emil Wagarahayo, Goshen Estates, welcome. Talents Enabling, yeah, that's what I mean. Nate Mwonge, of course, Big Loaf, the biggest, bestest, tastiest 1.5 kilogram loaf, the only 1.5 kilogram loaf on the market. If you're looking for serious bread, Big Loaf is your option. Tina Namazi would like to connect with Dora Egunyu for that partnership. Yes, because of Dora's products and Tina's service. So this is where you get to meet your best business partners. My name is Mose, and I'm so glad to see you all here. Lynette Kensubuga, watching all the way from Nabusugwe Harvest Academy. She's also a coach, straightforward financial growth coach, and leadership coach, and education coach, and children's coach. Atieno Claire Piquet's Organic Farm. tasty pork cuts. Ooh. Okay. Kalule area makes chalk. What's the brand of your chalk? What's the brand? Lucky Agro Fresh Limited. Yes, that's Lamech. I think I've intersected with that business somewhere. Awesome. Daniel Oloria is watching us from Mukisa. Yeah. Guys, thanks for joining us. We've started a bit late today. Forgive. But we are about to go live with what we are learning in Money Moments. Sandra Karunji, good to see you. Southgate Consultants Limited for project management, design, and engineering, quantity surveying, construction. Yes, Emmanuel Mahandi joining us from Jondor. Please let us know what your business is. The best dustless school chalk made from Mpiji. That's Kalule area. Dustless school chalk. Welcome again. We've been looking at Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T.Harv, Eker, Evelyn Nuwagaba, Chic Lingerie, and HR Consulting. Hey, when I'm about to start, more businesses come up. Yona Odo is, of course, watching us from Chiliandongo. Yona, we miss you. Chiliandongo took you. And now you're dozens in the forest. Okay. So, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. T.Harv Eker wrote a brilliant book called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, where it talks about the 17 wealth files. And in this book, he he shares his discovery, which is that rich people consistently think a certain way and poor people consistently think a certain way, and it's the way they think consistently that separates rich people from poor people. And in that book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, after a lot of preamble and talking about the whole idea of the financial thermostat, he then goes into the details of the 17 wealth files. And we spent the last 2 episodes of this Money Moments looking at the 17 wealth files. We've so far covered 1 up to 12, I believe. Yeah, and so we have 5 to go, 13 to 17. And so that's what we're going to do right now. All right, welcome again, good friends. Good to see you. My name is Mose, and I am very interested in your financial progress. Remember, at Worship Harvest, for those who are in Worship Harvest, or if you know people who don't go to any church, we are doing this series actually at Garage, our online services at 10 o'clock every Sunday. We are going through the series. I'm expecting some Kamani, and we just did the first one, so you can always join us. Awesome. If you haven't yet got yourself a copy of Straightforward Financial Growth, I might be biased, but when it comes to financial books, this one is the best on the market. This is the best financial book on the market because it's going to lead you to all those other books in a way that makes sense for you and helps you develop and grow. So if you haven't yet got yourself a copy of Straightforward Financial Growth, Florence Babidia is on this broadcast, and she can get you one very quickly. 35,000 includes delivery. 35,000 including delivery. Yeah, Onyaito Deke agrees that it's the best. All right, wealth file number 12. Rich people think both. No, I think I'd finished that. Poor people think either or. Rich people think both. Poor people think either or. Rich people think both. Poor people think either or. So next time you find yourself caught up in a valley of decision about should I choose this or should I choose the other, you're thinking poor. Think both. Choose both. Can I make a lot of money and have a great marriage? Yes. Can I have great health and make a lot of money? Yes. Can I have great friendships and also succeed in other endeavors? Yes. Choose both. What's the point of choosing one when you could have both? Yeah, what's the point of having your cake if you're not going to eat it? They say you either have your cake or eat it. What's the point of having it if you're not going to eat it? So choose both. Choose both. Rahab Izo, good to see you. Stella Naturala, good to see you. Hannah Reyes Karamaji, good to see you. Timothy Ntale, one of the most serious lawyers north of the Limpopo, good to see you. All right. But I finished that. So let's go to these last ones. Number 13. Rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their working income. You've seen that? Working income. So for poor people, they've been sold this idea that the only way to make it in life or to be wealthy is to work yourself sick. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I like the connections that are happening here. Lamek responding to Julius. Please find your best connections here. Babiria Florence has just put up the phone number to call if you want this book delivered to you. 0751 682 130. 0751 682 130. 0751 682 130. 0751 682 130. 0751682130. Okay, I have to continue. So, rich people focus on their net worth. Why? Do you know why they focus on their net worth? When your net worth grows and you know what to do with your investments, then those investments start producing for you cash flow. So then you no longer have to entirely rely on your working income or your daily work where you have to drive out, get stuck in the traffic every day to live. Because when you don't have net worth that can produce cash flow, then you're stuck in what they call the rat race. For you to get out of the rat race, and look, you could be a very fat rat, but you're still in the rat race. You could be one of those they are paying lots of money per month to keep you in the rat race. So you're a fat rat, but you're still in the rat race. It doesn't matter how big the rat is, it's still a rat race. So what do? Whatever money you make, set off a percentage that is exclusive for buying assets that produce cash flow, so you grow your net worth. This is what I call it. It's your investment account, okay? And you can't be doing less than 20% of your income. 20%. Moro Strode, that's not kind, those pictures. So, I hope you guys are getting it. It's net worth that makes you rich. Yeah, when you go into rich people's circles, no one is talking about a salary raise. No one. Like, oh, so-and-so got a salary raise. Oh, did you hear? No. People are talking about who has purchased what company, who has purchased what business, who has just purchased what serious piece of real estate. Rich people are focused on their net worth. Now, how do you focus on your net worth if you don't even know how to calculate it? So the first thing is you have to know how to calculate your net worth so that you can focus on growing it. So to calculate your net worth, that I'll take the time to let you know how it works. Yes, SFFG is on Amazon Kindle. Amazon Kindle. We don't have the physical copies on Amazon, but Amazon Kindle. So how do you do your net worth? You get all your assets. Assets are things that bring money into your wallet. So that excludes your flat screen TV, it excludes your personal car and all other such. You get all your assets and write them down. Write them down. So get a fresh piece of paper and draw a line, straight line from top to bottom. Okay? And then on the left, you write assets. And on the right, you write liabilities. Okay? So it's going to look something like this. Okay? Assets, liabilities. And then in the asset column, write down everything you own that's of significant value. Like I said, forget the things that you use day to day, like your car, shoes, all of that. Forget that. Assets, I'm talking about serious things. I'm talking about lands, buildings, businesses, financial instruments like bonds, treasury bills. I'm talking about stocks in the stock market. I'm talking about equity in businesses. If you own any equity in any business, that can very easily fall under assets. I'm talking about commodities. Maybe you have a warehouse full of maize lying somewhere. Maybe you have a forest and all of that. So those are your assets. So list your assets, and against each asset, put a monetary value. It's one of the laws or rules of stewardship. A good steward always knows the value of what they're in possession of. So make sure to include the monetary value to your assets. When you list your assets, also write the monetary value. So if you say you have a plot in Bulindo, what's the monetary value? How much is it? You have a building in Soroti, what's the value of that building? You own 30% of, let me pick a company here that I might know, Beautiful Moments. How much is the value of 30% of Beautiful Moments? You own a farm, how much is the value of that? So you write down, and then at the bottom, add up the value of all of that, and that will give you your value of assets. That will give you your value of assets. And then on the other side, Barbara, I'm coming back to answer that question, how do we value businesses? On the other side, write down your liabilities, money you owe that you must pay to continue living in whichever country you live in. So that's unpaid debts, taxes, rents that are not yet paid, and all of that. How do we value businesses? There are maybe 3 or 4 ways to value businesses quickly. Or 3 maybe things to consider. One would be the fixed assets in a business. Like, if I'm going to buy a business, you get there are some things there. Let's say you're buying a restaurant, there will be kitchen equipment, there'll be a big fridge, what? So basically you add up all those things, okay? And then the other is the value of the movable assets in the business. So let's say if you're buying a shop, if you're buying a supermarket, the fixed assets could include fridges, shelves, all of that, you know. Cameras, monitoring systems, it could include the sales, point of sale computers. And then the supermarket might have stock in it, which is movable assets. So then you add up the value of those movable assets. So fixed assets, movable assets. And then lastly, which is the most important part when evaluating the value of a business, the brand strength, what in Kampala they call goodwill. Because when you buy a business, it's not the shelves you're buying, it's not the computers you're buying, it's not the stock you're buying. Someone has decided to switch on a generator near where I am, forgive me. It is the fact that when you buy a business, you're literally buying an ATM machine. It's going to start printing money the next day. So that's why anyone who is setting up a business that you hope to sell, your biggest responsibility is building the brand strength. The brand strength. The brand strength. So that when you're buying a business, you're buying the strength of the brand, the ability of that brand to attract clientele who are willing to pay money. Okay, so that's worth file number 13. Rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their working income. Stop being excited about your working income. Start being excited about what assets do you own. A friend of mine who was a very good lawyer downtown and used to do legal work for all those guys who own those buildings downtown. You know them, those guys who speak Luganda only. So one time this guy, one of his clients came in and said, Naye mutabani, olowooza abaana bagenda kusikira mulimo. Interpreted. Son, you think that your children are going to inherit a job? So you may have a job and it's giving you good working income, or you may have a hustle that's giving you good working income. But remember, your children cannot inherit that. Your children can only inherit assets. Your children will not inherit your job or your hustle. They will inherit assets. So if you're not turning your income into serious net worth, you're playing games. Stop it. Start purchasing assets with your income. And that's wealth fire number 13. Wealth fire number 14. Rich people manage their money well. Poor people mismanage their money well. Rich people manage their money well. Poor people mismanage their money well. Jackie Mhiva, thanks so much for the comments. You're helping me even follow. Bloonge, awesome. So, rich people manage their money well. Poor people mismanage their money well. You can only qualify for the next level by being faithful at the current level. So if you're mismanaging your 1 million shillings and you're asking God for a billion, you're playing games. You have to learn how to manage your money well, okay? So here is how you manage your money well. Joseph Rabose, good to see you here ever so briefly. I know we are all also plugged into another event somewhere. Anyway, good to see you. Here is how you manage your money well. So this is what my wife and I did when we were still, the fight is not over, but those days when we are just starting to get out of poverty, like now, the fight is on. We had to come up with a very simple management system that we could sustain. Because the problem with financial education is you go talk to all these people with lots of degrees in finance. They give you all this crazy stuff and complex Excel sheets, and then you can't do it. Or you do it for 1 or 2 weeks, and then you lose the discipline. So the best thing you can do is make sure you have a very simple management plan for your finances. The one we used with my wife at the beginning was, of all the income that came in, 10% tithe, 10% giving to other causes, because remember, your generosity starts with the 90%. The 10% tithe is not yours. In fact, you don't pay the tithe, like people say, you return the tithe to the owner, 10%. So 10% tithe, 10% giving to other causes, 20% investments, that's the money we set aside to buy assets, and 60% expenses. Now, the beauty with having a simple management system is you don't have to overthink it. And then you won't need to argue with your spouse about it. Because once you have agreed, then you know, if you get 1 million shillings, 100,000 is going to church, 100,000 is going to be kept so that we can solve some needs that are likely to come around, whether within family or friends. 200,000 goes to our investment account. It only leaves that account to go purchase assets. It's not for a rainy day. And then 600,000 gets spent. As we've stayed faithful with that system, we are now at a place where we are investing or saving more than 50 to 60% of our income. How did we get there? We started by being disciplined with that 20%. So, rich people manage their money well, poor people mismanage their money well. You want to manage your money well? Get a very simple money management system. Just say thank you so much for writing it. Just say thank you so much. They say KISS. You know KISS? Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. Once you start going into all these, okay, keep it simple, stupid. Number 15. Rich people have their money work hard for them. Poor people work hard for their money. Let me ask you a question. Is your money working for you? Are you sending it as a slave to work for you? Or are you toiling, subdued, and submitted to money? Your money is now ruling you. It's your boss. That's not a good place to be as a child of God. How do you turn that thing around from money ruling you and you ruling over it? You send it to work. How do you send it to work? You invest it in assets that produce cash flow. You build financial systems that bring money to you whether you are working or not. That way, you only get to do the work you like to do, as opposed to doing the work you have to do, because if you don't do it, then you can't survive. I hope this is making sense to someone. So rich people have their money, work hard for them, sweat your assets, send your money to work. Now, you can't send your money to work, first of all, if you don't have it. You can only send your money to work if you have it. Also, little money does little work. Lots of money does lots of work. So one of the quick ways to send your money to work if you're stuck with little money is gang up with many other people, so you send the money to work in one large volume. You know, for those who go to Worship Harvest, we started this thing called the Harvest Investment Cooperative, Harvest Investment Club. If you're not in Harvest Investment Club, you're missing people. Because think about it. Here is our vision. Let's say if you had 2,000 people, each depositing, saving only 100K on average a month, 100K a month, 2,000 people, that would be 200 million a month. You would have 2.4 billion ready to fight for you by the end of the year. Now, your 100K a month won't do much. By the time you're done with the year, that would be 1.2 million. What can you do with 1.2 million? Nothing. You're just waiting for a rainy day, waiting for lockdown, COVID, what, to eat it and say sentes ago. But if you put it together with other people, and you end up with 2.4 billion, you can do a lot together. That's why agali awamu, egalu benyama, and you know, if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Again, rich people have their money, work hard for them. Poor people work hard for their money. My time is up. Number 16, rich people act in spite of fear. Poor people let fear stop them. The secret to success is to act in spite of your fear. People who do great things, they don't know them because they have conquered their fears. They do them in the midst of fear. So why do you fear to invest? You think you'll get rid of the Hannah, he says, how do I join the Harvest Investment Club? Is Nyakato Antoinette on this group? Just look for Nyakato Antoinette. She's on this group watching. She'll be able to get you into the Harvest Investment Club. So that's what we're trying to do. Get people together. I think at one point we're going to start putting together 1 billion shillings a month, or even 1 billion a week, and then our investments will go out crazy. So that's the whole point of when you are many of you as opposed to working alone. So rich people act in spite of fear, poor people let fear stop them. Don't let fear stop you. Lastly, rich people constantly learn and grow, poor people think they already know. The only things you know are the ones you are already doing. The only things you know are the ones you are already doing. Thank you, Moses Sebale, for sharing that number for Harvest Investment Club. The only things you know are the ones you're already doing. If you're not doing it, you know about it. You don't know it. So you need to take a posture of humility so that you keep learning, because finances only work for those who know how money works. What percentage can, whatever group you want to join, first go read the details about the group, find out the whole thing of what's the return on investment, what are investment options, and all of that. And then we'll go. Jackie, thanks so much for sharing that. Student mode 24/7. That's my life. That's my life. I've said whatever happens to you, Mose, remain humble, remain a student, because there's things you don't know yet. And that's my approach. That's what has helped me try to make some progress. Those of you who think you know, I'm sorry, but you have already spelled the end of your progress. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us for Money Moments. See you next Thursday at exactly 5 o'clock.